Hey everybody, welcome back. Whattageek just reminded us that there is a TM vendor in here we should be checking out. Was it this guy? Dig. Now Dig is 60 power, right?
80, I think.
Ooh.
Dig's good for 2 of them?
Just Sandile, because he's the only one who could get stab. But it's also better than his current ground move, which
It
is
can also
Sand
be
Tomb.
used to exit dungeons.
Or was it Mud Slap? Whatever.
It's useful, it's cheap, and it's way stronger than Sand Tomb. Poison Jab is kind of cool too. I'm gonna take Dig for sure. I quite
Poison
like
Jab
that
will
move.
definitely be useful if something else can learn it. I think Quackline can actually learn it.
Ooh, okay, I'll buy that then. Safeguard is cool, but I don't want to drop that kind of money right now. Hail and Sandstorm, I'm not sure if I'm even going to use.
Sandstorm would benefit Tyrant more than anything because it could buff its special defense that way.
Oh, is that his ability? No,
Rock
his ability's-
Pokemon will get a special defense buff whenever they're in a Sandstorm.
That's cool. You know what? I think you told me about that recently, and I just forgot. Let's go ahead and should be at the bottom. Dig. 80 power. Yeah, okay. That's good. Because I think it was 60 for a while. I know it was 100 in Gen 1. Then I think it was 60 for a while. I wonder when they buffed it to 80. That's been a move they've tried to balance for a long time. It was ridiculous in Gen 1. It was as strong as Earthquake. It was just 2-turn Earthquake. Okay, Sand Tomb is kind of trash. Dig is way better, yeah. Okay, well that'll make Street Sharks much more usable.
Do you want to also teach it to Furyu so he can have some move variety?
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah. No. We don't need Sand Attack anymore, do we?
Probably not. We haven't been using it at all.
I think we used it like once and it didn't work because of an ability. There we go. Oh, and I just want to take a look at Poison Jab. Okay, yeah, we can learn it. This will finally give us a move for fairy types.
On top of Venoshock, which Roselia just learned.
Yes.
I get rid of Slash. You already have Night Slash.
That's true. And although Slash is stab, though.
It is stab.
Well, okay. Tyrant will be able to handle dark moves because he's about to learn Crunch and he has his biting ability.
As will Sandile.
Okay. Sorry, Night Slash. We didn't even get to use you. That happens a lot in Pokemon, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, how many Pokemon in your Coastal Kalos Pokédex have you seen?
I will check.
If we're at 40, we are not.
16.
That's a bummer.
Not even close.
If we were at 40 Pokemon seen in the Coastal Kalos Pokédex, we could get the Eviolite in this town.
Ooh, Eviolite would be nice. So we gotta come back here one day. So coastal Pokemon, is it literally just one's A in the water and B that you fish for?
I guess. It's mostly just Pokemon that you're able to see from the aquarium town up until, I want to say, the next town over. Everything in that region is Coastal Kalos.
They're really drilling into us to a comedic degree that the guy literally called Mega Evolution Guru is the guy we need to talk to. Deep in the city. Thanks, guys.
Deep in the city at the Tower of Mastery.
Fancy.
We were just talking to you.
Check out what? The stone? It might be a mega stone.
I'm gonna be mega stoned.
For fuck's sake.
Comedy.
How did we not notice that? That's fucking huge.
That's about as huge as Big League MDB.
But guys, where do you think that the Mega Evolution Guru is? Oh, for fuck's sake, he's not even gonna let us in until we've gone here, okay.
Oh, there's an item.
Oh! Fucking... Why did it make me go up there? Oh, yeah, I see it. Just levitating over here. Oh, shit, good find. That'll be good in the Elite Four.
Yeah. And we're so close to that.
Oh, yeah. Any second now. The Tower of Mastery. I don't feel like I should be here. I have 2 badges.
Lucario?
Is this why everybody loves Lucario?
It may be part of the reason, but
that's Mega Lucario.
That is Mega Lucario, yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? The eyebrows and the haircut and everything about the guy on the right there. Everything about him. I'm called the Mega Evolution Guru.
That's a shit name. As in, he was born with Mega Evolution Guru.
And then you introduce yourself as Big League MDB.
He's like, wow, you got the much cooler name of the 2 of us.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't talk when it comes to shit names. Like, at least his parents gave him his name. He didn't have a choice in the matter. Ours is a nickname we gave ourselves.
Yeah.
God, seriously, this guy, his eyebrows, I can't get over it. It's like he's got a mustache over top of his eyes. Yes, it was me, or it was given to me. I'm gonna say it was given to me. It's just an ordinary rock. I don't know. I don't think it would be called Intriguing Rock if it was Ordinary Rock. If it was Ordinary Rock, it'd be called Ordinary Rock.
I hope they change the name in your inventory.
It would be fucking hilarious if it's literally just a dud and it's now called Ordinary Rock in your key items pocket for the rest of the game. I like how they literally list the route that we were last all together on.
Hey, we haven't all been together since Route 7.
I love the idea they just like cover their mouth with like an object they're holding so they can dub in whatever. That gag never gets old. Well, let me just have a sip of my coffee here. Route 7.
Have you guys ever heard of the franchise Digimon?
I would love if he literally just said, so that Digimon thing is real cool.
Have you seen my Tamagotchi?
Holy shit. I'll give them credit, at least the setting is cool, and we've got unique music for this. But man, it's a bit wordy.
Yeah, but look at your character. You're not even looking at anybody.
He doesn't look like he knows what's going on. It's just this ambient smile as he stares off. In fairness, look at our character.
It's much worse than Sun and Moon. Oh my god.
Is it?
It's much more apparent on the models in Gen 7. So when your character has the biggest grin possible during some of these cutscenes, is like, oh, the end of the world. Your character is just smiling.
That's hilarious. In my character's defense of clearly not paying attention to what's going on, as we can see from his outfit, he is clearly a SNES RPG protagonist who has been poisoned.
Yeah. You're gonna take continuous damage till you heal.
I saw a comment on this series. Someone earlier said, like...
No. Oh, that was more.
Someone said, like, me playing Pokemon conserves every dollar to the end of the game. MDB playing Pokemon spends most of his money looking like a poisoned character from, like, Breath of Fire or something. Oh, that was a good one. I think I clicked the heart button on that comment. I like that. Am I healthy right now?
So you gotta fight Serena.
She's one of your friends.
It's this one, right?
Yeah, that one.
I did it! I remember because you guys kept telling me that she is the rival. She just looks like the blandest of all of our friends, you know? I always remember what the other ones look like. You know what it is? It's because the other friends have clear color coding. That probably helps me remember it. Whereas the main character, whatever you want to say, are a bit more generic because you can change the outfit. I think that's the conclusion we came to on that. Oh, what's that? That's cool.
That's a psychic type. It evolves from Esper.
Oh, was Esper the little cat psychic one that we caught earlier?
Mm-hmm. This is the female version of Meowstic.
Okay. I like it. I like it already. Does it
So
have
I
some
think
kind of
it's-
gimmick?
I think it's just stronger than the male version. That or it learns more attacking moves.
Huh. Is there any kind of special gimmick to it, like a unique move or ability?
I don't believe so, but let me just double check.
I am always fascinated by a Pokemon that learns a move that nobody else does, or like it's exclusive to an evolutionary line. I always think those are the coolest. This music
Nothing
is so...
seems
Ugh.
nothing seems too unique to either one of them. Looks like there's more variety in the types of moves that female Meowstic can learn. But
Retaliate's a bit niche, right?
yeah, it's good, but yeah, niche.
I wouldn't get to use it very often. It would hit like a freight train, but I don't think I need it.
Are you gonna use Baby Doll Eyes though?
You know what? I'm not. Yeah, I'd rather Retaliate than that. And it's a good Pokemon to have it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the highest attack normal type Pokemon in the franchise is. This is not a legendary.
Let me see.
Actually, now that I
It might
think
be
about
slacking.
it, are there any normal type legendaries?
Yes, Arceus.
I didn't know that that's a normal type.
You can change its type by equipping different plates onto it.
Right, that's the gimmick, yeah. Absol's another one of those that people really like, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get it. The thing coming off the side of the head always made it look lopsided and weird, and something about that just bugs me, and I don't know why. Frogadier.
Frogadier. It's the water starter.
Oh, so it's water and dark?
Just water right now, but it will evolve into water dark.
Yeah, isn't
Okay.
this like the teenage version?
Yeah, this is middle stage.
And this is the one that becomes Greninja.
Correct.
Did I say it right?
You got it right, yep.
Okay, sweet, because I know that one is like in Smash and stuff. I've seen a lot of marketing stuff on it. I've always thought that's a pretty cool one in terms of, as far as modern starters go, because modern starters, I'm not always so hot on them. I will say that one's really cool. I think that the fire starter that we started with, that becomes like a mage, a fox mage, that one's really cool. There was another one.
But what about Chespin?
Incineroar?
Incineroar's pretty cool, yeah. Chespin, I don't know if it does it for me. I would need to see the final evolution. I'm sure I've
I don't
seen it
think you'd
before,
like
but if I had it right in front of me, you know, then maybe.
It's not very popular, though, so it's entirely possible you haven't seen too much of it. There's Crunch.
There we go. Oh, it's on Street Sharks. Okay. Okay, well, it's better than Assurance. Or, am I ever going to use Torment?
It might come in use. Probably more use than Assurance, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. Crunch kind of replaces Assurance for me. Lowers, or may lower defense. Okay.
Yeah.
I like Rowlet. That was a cool one.
It evolves into Decidueye, the grass ghost owl.
I don't... Oh, that one. Yeah, that one is cool. That's Gen 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What
I
does
don't
the
like
fire
that
one
one.
become in that game? Was that the one that becomes Incineroar?
Yes.
Okay.
Litten.
hmm
What's the water one in Gen 7?
It's Poplio, the one that got like pretty critically bashed
Is that the
design
seal one?
wise. Is the sea lion?
Oh. I remember there being a really boring sea lion Pokemon. I don't know what it evolves into. Maybe I like it after it evolves?
It turns into a diva kind of thing, like a singer called Primarina.
Yeah, it's like a mermaid.
Yeah, a little
diva.
bit.
Oh, is it like water and fairy?
Yes.
I like the idea of that. I would need to see the actual final form. Like, I'd need to actually see a picture of it before I could tell you how I feel about it. Preferably even an animation, because, you know, sometimes you look at a picture of a Pokemon and it's not quite doing it for you, but once you see the animation, you kind of get it. Like that
Yeah,
solar
maybe-
panel looking thing. I didn't get the solar panel thing right when I saw it. I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool. But as soon as you said, like, it's solar panels and I saw it moving and doing moves, then I thought it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That won it over for me.
Maybe in editing, you could have a look at the Pokemon we've been mentioning.
Yeah.
And then, like, remark on them at that point.
I could, like, write on screen what I think. I don't know. You know what? Better yet, I think a better approach for that would be if I could somehow find a way to be able to look at them while we're playing live, so that I could remark live on, like, what I think of them. People get my verbal first reaction to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At that point, you could just let us control the game while you go off on the side to look at something.
I could, because this emulator, I bet you, would be way more friendly to that than the N64 one.
So I love this gym because it's a roller rink.
That is pretty cool. This is a fighting gym, you said, right?
Yes, it is.
What's wrong with me? I keep saying the gym word when I mean to say the Gaim word.
Yeah, how dare you? I think the gimmick is you have to fight all the trainers, but I could be wrong.
What a gimmick.
My other name.
Yeah, I know, right? What's this part even for? Other than for moving very, very slowly.
For the style.
I'm not sure he saw me. I'm really not sure he saw me.
So, on the note of who has the highest attack stat of anybody, I'm not counting Mega Evolutions, Primal Reversions, or Legendaries here.
Okay.
Or even Ultra Beast from Gen 7. It is Rampardos at 165 base attack power.
165, okay. Also,
Slacking is right behind that at 160.
I recently went on a rant in I think it was like a Pokemon challenge, just like a joke rant, my Brandon versus Brendan rant, of how every Brandon wishes he was a Brandon, because it's just a slightly better name. It's the same name, but it sounds slightly better. Every Brandon wishes they were a Brandon. Brandon, I'm sure you can confirm that Brandon is the superior name.
I can't confirm. I am a Brandon, so I was never a Brendan, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you haven't experienced being both to know which one has a better life. But can we all agree that this kid's name is Shun, and every Shun wishes they were a Sean? Because Shun is a terrible fucking name.
Hello, my name is Shun.
I did have a lot of Brendans on that video, just commenting like, you called me out?
Yeah,
I believe I responded to one of them just saying, literally his username was like Brendan something, and I responded to him with, I'm sorry, but you know it's true. I'm sorry, Brendans of the world, but the truth hurts.
I would know as a non-Brendan.
Look, as a neutral third party who has no horse in this race, I can definitively say that Brandon is, in fact, the correct name.
So, as far as other base stat totals are concerned, the highest defense held by a non-Mega, non-Legendary, non-Other Form, non-Ultra Beast is Shuckle at 230.
I was gonna say, probably Shuckle.
Steelix is right behind that at 200.
Okay, Steelix makes sense.
And right after him is a Gen 6 Pokemon, an Ice type.
What is Steelix's special defense?
65.
Okay, it's bad, but honestly, I thought it would have been worse.
The strongest special attacker, we're going to have to scroll down a little bit because there are a lot of Megas and a lot of alternate forms and a lot of Legendaries. Not counting Ash Greninja either.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, there's a lot of things that you said there, like in the row, like the Mega Evolutions and this and that. There's like a few that I feel like I've never heard of before.
Yeah, that happened mosly after Gen 7 came
Like,
out.
there's some sort of ancient thing that you mentioned there, and I have no idea what that is.
That's Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Groudon and Kyogre got new forms that are kind of like Mega Evolutions, but aren't.
Huh. I think I've heard about that.
Yeah.
In fact, I might have heard about that from you.
Probably. The strongest special attacker that is not a legendary or alternate form of any kind or Ultra Beast is Vikavolt, which is a Bug Electric type from Gen 7 at 145 special attack.
I don't think I know that one.
Chandelure is actually tied with that at 145.
I had no idea Chandelure had that high of an attack stat, or special attack stat.
And Cursula, which is the evolution of Galarian Corsola, has 145.
Okay. I
Victor Bolt.
really like Chandelure. I think Chandelure is such a cool Pokemon design.
I think it's okay.
I agree with Mah-Dry.
I'm in general, just as an aesthetic, a sucker for anything that has fire that is not red. Like magnesium fire, which is green. That looks fucking cool.
Who's that one?
Jesus Christ, me with wrestling. You said, who's that? In my head, who's that jumping out the sky? R-E-Y, mi amigo, here we go. I think that's the entire intro to Rey Mysterio's song 14 years ago? What the fuck is wrong with me?
Not this thing, but the other one.
That was
This.
legitimately 14 years ago, and that's what came into my head.
That must have been 30 years ago.
Like, that was from Emerald, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where Fatima just ran. I just said an old wrestling thing, and I said an old wrestling thing of like me in Cops Coliseum out in Hamilton, Ontario, watching Undertaker and CM Punk live, and her idle response is, "Man, that must have been 30 years ago." And it's like, we're married, and you know I'm not 30. For
Must have been
fuck's
30
sake.
years ago.
It's just, I love that her barely paying attention response is, that must have been 30 years. What an oddly specific thing to say.
Catchphrase.
Oh, it's so good.
We were talking about Pokemon. You were talking about like a weird design decision that made you like a Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Which, for some reason, always makes me think. Whenever I'm thinking about like weird designs that make me like a Pokemon, I always think about Clobopus, which
He's a Gen 8 Pokemon.
Okay, I don't know that one, but the name is... I can't tell if that name is terrible or amazing.
it's a fighting type octopus whose like 2 big tentacles look like boxing gloves, kind of.
Oh my god, I was just about to say, please tell me all of his tentacles have boxing gloves, because if so, he might be one of my favorites. That's hilarious.
But
He's
I don't
pretty
like,
great.
But I don't like his evolved form. Grapple locked.
Yeah, Grapploct is a little bit underwhelming, unfortunately.
Oh.
It's like a step back.
I wanted to punch people with my tentacles as the fully evolved form, but instead
Yeah.
he just suplexes people.
See,
Yeah.
that's what you need to do, is you need to do a sock and throw thing where you got, like, partner Pokemon. You have the boxer one or the striker one who's, like, punching. He gets, like, Comet Punch and stuff with his Buggles. Street Sharks! And then you need to have another one that's the grappler one. He can have, like an Olympic wrestler singlet, and his whole thing is the throws and the takedowns, you know? And the submissions. That would be so cool to have those as 2 Pokemon. Why have one turn into the other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gen 7 even had a punchy crab.
Yes, I did see that, and it's awesome.
Punchy crab.
Yeah, Crab Brawler evolves into Crabominable.
I'm not a big boxing fan. Like, I don't watch boxing, but I got a lot of respect for boxing, and I think boxing as a sport is cool as fuck. I don't watch it, but boxing and boxing things are usually pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Crab Brawler, I'm not as big of a fan of.
Okay, what are our stats now that we've evolved on Street Sharks?
Better attack. Better speed.
Ooh, really good attack, actually. 61,
Stand up
not
on
bad.
2 legs.
Yeah, he's a little bit sly, but not quite. He doesn't have his arms crossed yet like he does when he's, what's the final form called again?
Crocodile.
Crocodile, that's it. I love it. Just a goon crocodile. It's such a great idea for a Pokemon. I feel like he'd be in like a Greaser movie, snapping his finger, you know, walking after someone, trying to intimidate them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. How do I get out of this hellhole, by the way?
So, do you want to fight one more guy? Because I think you have one last guy to fight before you unlock the gym leader.
Sure, I just wanted to heal, but where's this last guy?
He was the guy moving around at the left side of the gym. Anyone who's not moving, you've already fought, so this
Okay.
last guy, yeah.
Fight me!
By the way, as far as special defense is concerned, Shuckle holds the title at 230 still. Florges, the evolution of the fairy flower thing that we used to have, is at 154.
Wow.
As for speed,
Yeah,
what's
what's
up?
the fastest? That's all I
Ninjask.
was gonna ask. Ninjask. Okay, that makes sense.
It is
Ninjask-
number 2 in total. Like even
Whoa.
outside of legendaries and other forms and stuff, Ninjask is number 2, right behind Deoxys speed form.
Okay. Also, Heracross is in our Pokédex now. I
Hell
might
yeah.
want one of those if it's not too much of a bitch to catch, because Heracross is a cool ass Pokemon.
Yeah, it's not too hard. All you need to do is play Y.
Uh,
Yeah, we got the worst version.
but
Yeah, we can get Pinsir though. We can get Pinsir.
okay, that's fine. Pinsir's pretty cool. I was
That's
gonna
the worst
say, but
Go to the bottom right of the gym if you want to leave,
oh, I can leave now. Okay.
or you could just skate down
Oh.
here. I don't know if you're gonna have to talk to her now, but
Yeah, I it might be forcing me to. I don't know.
No, you're good. You're good.
And bye. I was gonna say,
Go down
but
from here.
doesn't? Oh, I didn't even notice this is a path. I was gonna say that doesn't Heracross learn X Scissor? It's got X in the name.
I know Pinsir can learn X Scissor.
You know what? Heracross probably can't. I do
Heracross
like
probably learns
Pinsir.
Y Scissor.
Pinsir is a really cool Pokemon that looks very similar.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
Heracross can Mega Evolve into Mega Heracross.
Yeah, but Pinsir can Mega Evolve into Mega Pinsir, and he gets a Flying type, and his ability turns all normal moves into Flying type, including Return, so he can get Flying type Return.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Now, I'm not much of a Mega Evolution guy. If I... I was gonna say, if I wanted Digimon, I'd play Digimon. Then I remembered, I have a really old Digimon Let's Play on the channel that I really want to get back to. Where, like, over a year ago, I started playing that Digimon game on PlayStation 1, and then I got
Digimon
really busy.
World.
And I really want to get back to it, because I only played, like, 2 sessions of that game, and it was hard as balls, and it was really confusing. But it's also really fucking cool.
Especially with the show coming back, I think.
Oh.
Show
Yeah,
set,
there's
right?
going to be a new, like, an additional Digimon Adventure show, like with the original characters and everything.
The
Oh, that's kind of
Digidestined-
cool.
And there's also a new Digimon game coming out, too. Digimon Survive, coming out, I think, for the main consoles, like PS4, Switch, I think for Windows as well.
That's cool. I used to watch season 1 of Digimon, and I thought it was a pretty cool show back in the day. But I feel like PlayStation 1, there's a lot of games on that I never played because I didn't have one. But it had tons of really creative games, just like how the Sega Saturn and Dreamcast had a lot of creative, obscure games too. And the PlayStation 1 was just a good era for that, where there's stuff like the Digimon game, which are just so fucking cool.
Spyro and Crash.
I was never into those, but
Fair enough.
that Digimon game is cool as fuck. But we gotta end the episode here, because I got a premiere in a few minutes, so I gotta rush to go do that. Until next time, have a nice day.
See ya.